In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use a ball pin. First, slide your bead or pendant of choice that has a hole going through it onto the ball pin. Then using a flat nose plier, bend the pin at a 90-degree angle. But notice how in this case, I'm leaving a little bit of space in between the heart and the plier because the pin is going to come back and wrap around this little section that we're leaving over here. So then go ahead and bend that 90-degree angle. Then using your round nose plier, go ahead and create a little curve. Should look like that. Then using your flat nose plier, go ahead and grab the tip of the wire and fold it down to where it creates that little loop. So far, it should look like this. And notice how I didn't close it off just yet, because in this case, I'm going to go ahead and attach the wire onto the chain before I close it off. Then go ahead and using your plier, grab the top part of that little loop that we created. And with your flat nose plier, grab the tip of the wire and begin by curving it around onto that little section that we created at the bottom of the pin between the heart, and create a wrapping effect in that little area and go around. Typically it's around 2 to 3 times, but it's completely up to you and your design how many times you would like to go around with the plier. Once you create that little wrapping effect, using a cutter tool with a thin tip, cut off that excess wire. Then go back with your flat nose plier and push that little section of the pin that's sticking out. And you can also go back and I'll make a few adjustments with the pin if you want, straighten it out. And this is what it should look like once you're done. The second way to use the ball pin is by sliding the pendant of your choice on, creating that 90-degree angle again, but not necessarily needing to leave as much space in between. Grabbing your round nose plier and creating that loop. And something to keep in mind is that this plier does go from a thin tip to a thicker tip. So if you want a thin rounded section, you can use the tip of the plier, versus if you wanted a wider ring, you can use the bottom of the plier instead. Go ahead and cut off that excess wire. Attach it to wherever you would like to attach it to prior to closing it off. Then using your round nose plier again, go ahead and close off that little loop. And you can even go back with your flat plier and push it in a little bit more just to ensure that there is no opening left behind. Because if by any means there's even the slightest bit of openness at the bottom of the pin, that could cause the chain to slip off, and we don't want that to happen. So we want to ensure that it's closed all the way and not leaving an open space behind. And if you're a beginner, you could also use a plier with teeth. That will help you have more grip on the wire versus the one that I was originally using in the video that does not have teeth. So it doesn't scratch the metal as much, but you don't have as much control. So if you're a beginner and you're just starting out and you want to just test out the material before fully going in, this plier would have a lot more control. You can set that pin in between the ridges on the plier and be able to have more grip and fully push that pin closed so that there really is no opening left for the chain to slip off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know which method you would use while making jewelry, the wrapping effect or just the one where you turn it around and close it off. Thanks for watching.